For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Straight ahead, it's Wildcard weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Washington Commanders. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Toes up, ready?
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the 50, here's Fields. That's caught by the 6'8" tight end, Zach Gentry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Fields. And the ball is knocked out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. There he goes, left side. Down inside the 10. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it, but for the defense, time play for them. Never get.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. York able to send this one through. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders. Just shy of the 30. Now a first carry here for Robinson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now a 2nd and 2. Straight ahead, Gibson. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And some space here. Well, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's first down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title. So they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
At the 33-yard line.
This time they'll throw it with Howell. He finds his man, complete. It's Baker. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Robinson on a give right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll run with Gibson. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Howell down to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And Howe will throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Joey Sly on for the extra point. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. An option handoff here to Mixon. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here we go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3-and-out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. They'll take this to the 46.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
To throw is Fields. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a first down throw, Fields. Short pass caught by the tight end Gentry. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Ninth play coming up here on this this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Again, Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bears are able to move back in front. Now Cade York for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Bears 10, Commanders 7. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you've just watched your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A give up the middle to Gibson. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
3rd and 3. They'll run with Gibson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 40 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
But there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, Howell now. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's got some space here. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7 from the 20. They'll run again here with Robinson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Robinson is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Now Howell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll go again with Gibson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Here's Howell to throw on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Baker. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Robinson up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Eric Armstead breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
19 tight. 19 past the 60. Past the 60.
On second and a long way to go. Howell, he's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got him in, complete. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Commanders add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Buying time to his left. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Fields. He'll get this complete downfield to Kmet. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Off play action, Fields. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He got 29 yards that time.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Fields now to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Commanders are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. A handoff running left is Gibson. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now 2nd and 3. Gibson again. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game, and with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there on a Washington 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Reload!
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wildcard matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey!
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Throwing here, Howell. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. On the give, here's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Howell. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 14 yards into Chicago, 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
He'll buy some time right. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
After the costly interception late, good job by him to keep it himself that time. Just tuck it, run it, and scramble for the marker. Don't give the coverage another chance at taking it away from you.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Henry running right. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. Open man here is Gentry. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion or would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Mixon. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2? Fields trying to throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Here's Howell. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Well, this crowd doing their best to make a lot of racket. It's 3rd and 5. All eyes on Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice, well coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. An option handoff here to Mixon. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Henry is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop it.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. On first down, right back to Gibson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Here's Howell. Over the middle, complete. That's Baker. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Howell to throw. And he will find his man Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, he's got him in. That's Baker. And he's across for a touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And that's going to be incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get the midfielder side so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Here we go.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Fields. Able to find Kmet. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory. And they're going to need a miracle.
Here we go.
On a completed pass, got to get down quickly and call a timeout. Back to throw, Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Maybe looking for a flag, but they're not going to get one there. They took a shot, hoping to find a way to sneak into field goal range, but it's incomplete. And now with time almost gone, the task gets much more difficult.
Here we go.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. And one last throw here for Fields. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty.